fucking hot. You know what I mean? And so this is what I mean by being a prophetess, or when you resonate with being ahead of your time, is that we exist, we are here to usher in the golden age, meaning the things that people right now cannot even see, you know, but it's like we see it and we feel it. I'm getting all the chill bumps right now. We see it and we feel it, and it's our job to speak it. And it doesn't matter. I'm about to fucking cry right now because, wow, it doesn't matter what people think about it. It doesn't matter if it's not accepted. It doesn't matter. You are a spearhead. You are anchoring in new codes that will be the foundation, that maybe it's not for you to see it into fruition. You may never see it in your lifetime, and that's okay. It's not about that. And maybe you will. I'm not saying, like, if you see that and you want that and you desire that and that's a true desire of your soul, then so be it. But if that's coming from ego, right, then that's coming from ego, right? So it's not about if you're loved back. It's like this, for example, the sun shines. The sun doesn't fucking care if we get out here and it's just like, oh, thank you, sun. You showed up for me today. I love you now. The sun just fucking shows up and shines and does its thing. It's gonna do its thing either way, because that's who it is. That's the role that it came here to be. So, if you know this is you, if you know you came here to be a prophetess, if you know you came here to be a muse, and I'm going to speak about the muse archetype because this is different from the prophetess archetype, and the prophets, these are different soul fractals, and let me just anchor in because I could go on so many tangents on here, but I want to anchor into what's most important and needed right now for this moment. All right, so if you know, so it's not your job to be like, people aren't resonating with it. And I know that may not sound good for business, and I'm not saying that you cannot be wildly supported, but what I'm saying is it's like people may not resonate with it. And if it's the truth, if you know that's who you came here to be, it's not about checking in and seeing if people are resonating with it or not. People can't relate? Good. You will find people that will, though. I promise you this, if you can stay true to your message and to that next thing, like if you know that this is, it's, so, I did another live stream about this a while back, and maybe I'll link it here, or I don't know. If you're interested, let me know in the comments and I can find it and tag you. But I don't know if you've seen the movie Harry Potter. But I'm like, it's a series. It's not even a movie, or the books, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So there's, in the end, at the very last scene, no, not the very last scene, one of the last scenes, sorry. Snape is dying. Snape is, long story short, to like cut to the chase. Snape he plays a very crucial role. And he fell in love with this other witch. But she didn't love him back, right? She was in love with this other witch, whatever. But he loved her, and it was like his love. You know, it was an unrequited love kind of story. You know, and he was so true and so devoted to her that he continued to watch over her child, because she ended up dying and like sacrificing herself so that her child could be born. And, you know, and so that was Harry Potter. And so, but it turned out that Harry had this huge role to play, and in order for Harry to play this role, it required Snape to be the man that he was. That even though his love wasn't requited, he still had to stay true. He still had to stay devoted to her son and to her legacy because he loved her, you know? And so, but nobody knew about it, right? It was like this kind of like this secret that he had to keep from the world because of how everything was playing out. It was just like, and so the essence of what I'm trying to say here is you don't know the fucking importance of how much you matter, even if it doesn't seem like you're getting the response that you want to be getting, or if people get it, or if people can relate to it. You don't know whose lives you're touching by staying true to your message and what has heart and what has meaning and what has value to you. It could be playing this very significant piece that you're not going to see until you die, maybe, or you know what I mean? And so it's like the purity of your love. So if you resonate with being a prophetess, it's like it takes a lot of courage. It takes so much fucking courage to be unconventional like that, to be avant-garde. Avant-garde meaning, you know, nowadays avant-garde is a term that is used in fashion for, you know, what's edgy and what's out there and what's futuristic ahead of the times, right? But avant-garde is actually a military term. It comes from a military. This lighting is just like, yo, hold up. Now the sun's in my... It's a little bit better. Avant-garde is... This is better. Okay. Avant-garde is a military term that means the men or the soldiers that are the front of the line. It's the most dangerous position in the military because you are at the unknown. You are literally at the edge, which means whatever is coming at you, whatever opposition that you may be facing, whatever challenges that are going to be there, those at the front of the line will experience it first. And this is what it means to be a leader. If you want to be a leader of and usher in the golden age, if you want to be a leader and bring through what other people aren't even seeing, but that you know is where our race is moving towards, you have to be willing to go first. You have to be willing to go first and to fucking stand in the unknown and be like, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am goddess. There's a stillness. There's a holding in the uncertainty. You have to be willing to stand in uncertainty. Because if you're not willing to stand in uncertainty, then you close yourself off to all of the other options that are available because you're at the edge. It's like you don't get to see all of the other possibilities if you're not standing on the edge. If you're in the center where everybody else is because it's safe, secure, and stable, you can't see what's coming ahead. You can't let everybody know, hey, this is actually how I know, I'm getting chill bumps now. I just want to share this with you because the fucking chill bumps are here, so I'm running with it. I know the moment that my man fell in love with me where it was just like, that's my fucking woman, where we were playing paintball and I went out and I was just like, I got you. And I was like, I turned and I faced everybody on my team and I went first and I was just like looking and I was like, because I knew I know that's who I am. Like, I'm crying now. I'm so willing to put myself out there. And because I'm willing to do that, I give permission to other people to fucking look like fools. I'm willing to be the fool over and over and over again in my life. And yeah, that has hurt a lot. It's hurt so many times. But it's never fucking stopped me. And it's because I came here to be that. I came here to be that for you. I came here to be that for my people. And it's not about me, like, in that way. You mean it is about me, but it's not about me. You know, and I'm not... If you're not willing to be that, it's like... And that may not be you, right? Like, that may not be who you came here to be. But if you came to be here, that is somebody that's ushering in the new age, if you resonate with being a leader, you have to be able to tap into that. And you have to be able to keep going. Even if, you know, and I can say this in love. It's the same thing in love, where people, you know, it's like if they don't get what they want back from the other person, you know, it's like I'm not getting what I need, or, you know, or they're not showing up for me the way that I need to, then, you know, I don't love them anymore, right? And that's conditional. You're putting conditions and fucking limitations on your love. So, you know, I mean, can you imagine when they came out with fucking jazz music, if people, you know, in the very beginning were just like, this isn't cool. We wouldn't fucking have jazz. We wouldn't have all the fucking amazing music that we have in this world if every time an artist, and this is what, something that I've always just fucking loved so much, is that what art and athletes have in common is that they have this courage. They have this willingness to put themselves at risk, you know? And so that's my big message here for today, you know, is to, you know, it's just like when you're a kid, you know, like when you first start walking and you're a little kid, you know how much courage it has to take for a little child to take its first step? It's gonna fucking fall. It is, no fucking child starts walking and just walks. Maybe it's in the Guinness Book of Records, I don't know. But I would like to see it. I don't know, I've never heard of it. No fucking child ever takes its first step and doesn't fall down. You have to be willing to keep going. You keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you keep showing up. And this is why when you do that, the more that you do that, the more you're going to find your tribe. You're going to find your people. You're going to find the allies, the truest allies that are here to band together and usher in this new age. But we're not going to be able to usher in this new age unless every one of us who resonates like that stands up and chooses to do that, and chooses to bring your art and your message and your music and your medicine and your magic into the world. Because here's the thing, is we're living in massive times of change. Old ways aren't going to work for the new times. Let me get clear on that, because there's not total truth in that. There are things that are classic, that stand the tests of time, and we're meant to weave those through in with the new. So meaning that the fact that we're in unprecedented times means that we are here to create systems and technologies and belief systems and concepts and ways of thinking that are very foreign to the masses. But it's those things that are the exact things that we need in order to build this new. And, you know, and that means that it's going to have to be tested in the marketplace. So if you want to bring this into like a business kind of sense, you know, it's like it's going to be tested in the marketplace. And it doesn't mean that it's not valid. It doesn't mean that it's not incredibly useful, and but you have to be willing to really devote to it and tweak it and be with it and love it and fucking like make fucking love to it until you know, you connect with your people in that way. So I could go on to this whole I'm not going to do this right now because I'm feeling like the energy in this is coming to it's landing and coming to a close. I just got confirmation on my phone there. Ding ding. So, but the Muse archetype is really what this container is. It's the Muse, and the Prophetess energy is like super huge in this right now. But there is so much potential within these archetypes because the Muse energy, it's very spiritual. It's beauty and sexuality and innocence and playfulness. That's what muses, they do, right? They turn this on in other people. They turn on that light in other people. But because it's a secular, meaning that they're able to reach the masses, as opposed to like spiritual people or woo people or witch people, right? Like when that's your brand or you really have that message, it's a lot more limited, meaning that, because culture is secular, right? It's like the masses, the way that we influence the masses is through culture, is through media, and music and art and fashion is a cultural thing. Fashion is all about culture. Fashion is trendy, right? It's like what's trending in the culture. So when you start having access to influencing the masses via art, media, fashion, music, you have the potential to get your message out into the masses. And so that's what I'm on a mission. That's why, it's really easy for me to, I've been doing hands-on healing since I was 9 years old. Some of my clients include the whole, like the Wayne Dyer family, the president and CEO of the American Cancer Treatment Center of America. I've worked with very big names doing hands-on healing work, and I will always do hands-on healing work, and healing energy is always going to come through in what I do. But that for me is like what I know, right? It's like I could lean on that and be very comfortable in limiting myself to doing that work under I'm a healer, I'm an acupuncturist, I blah 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 blah. However, I am on a mission to have like a much bigger audience and message, and so that's why that's why I chose to recommit to my music. And it was funny because actually Leah, for those of you who don't know Leah Steele, definitely check out the Wealth Witch. She is one of my just greatest mentors. Both her and her husband, I love so much. I've learned so much from them. So definitely go and check them out if you haven't seen them. Sean Bartlett and Leah Steele. But anyhow, I was in a session with her yesterday, and she said she was just like, because I had said to her that I was going to start opening back up to doing like one-on-one healing sessions with people, because I really haven't been doing that so much. And I mean in person, right? I do that via Zoom and online and all that. But and she was like, so I bet you like sing to your clients. And I was just like, yeah, I do. I sing. That's part of my medicine, is when I'm doing my energy work, my shamanic work, is I sing. And so where was I going with that? There was something specific that, oh yeah. And so that's why I've recommitted to music, right? Is because I know that I'm here for that. I know that my message, I want it to go out in a medium that's going to be accessible to the masses. And music is the universal language, right? It doesn't matter. Laughter kind of is too, and I'm a big proponent of humor. Like that's one of my medicines. Is sometimes I have sessions where just the whole session is me laughing with somebody, and it's just so great. But anyhow, music is the universal language. Everybody, when you hear music, when you feel music, it's something that everybody can like attune to. Frequency, energy, what's that Tesla quote? It is the medicine of the future. Energy, frequency, vibration. If you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So to boil it all down, whatever I may have shared today with you guys may have not had made zero fucking sense, but I know you got my energy. I know that you felt me. My people, the people that I am here to activate, it didn't, maybe it's like, she's speaking another language, but if you feel me, if you're activated by me, if I move you, if I intimidate you, if maybe I fucking trigger you, I am medicine for you. It's not about what I'm saying, it's about who I'm being when I say it, and what I ignite, and what I open up inside of you. And trust that. So this is an invitation right now. If my message, if it speaks to you, if you have questions about working with me in a deeper way, whether that's within this next container with is just like, yo, I can't even, like, I'm so fucking grateful that I get to be the custodian of this. But if you have questions about it, reach out to me. Doors are open. We're going to begin when I get back from Hawaii, but there's limited spaces. I have limited space. This isn't a marketing fucking spiel. It's just because I'm doing one-on-ones with people. So in this container, you get one-on-one access. So in order for me to be within integrity of what I'm able to hold and who I want to work with, there's so much specificity that's been coming through as I've been working with the Akashic records about who this is meant for. I'm getting very, very specific about who I'm working with. So there's limited spaces is basically what I'm saying. So reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm happy to, answer them and or point you in the right direction. Like, I'm very connected to a lot of people. If you're just like, I don't know what I need, like I feel like I'm missing something, I feel like I need something, but I don't know what it is. I'm really good at that, by the way. Like, I think that's my mama energy that comes in. It's like where I just know what people need, and I am able to either guide you into what that is for yourself, and then you can go and get it and be resourceful, and or we open that up for you to find it right there in the moment. So, and I'm happy to do that. If you have questions, you're just like, I can point you in the right direction. I'm happy to do that. And I'm happy to share my resources of the amazing people that I work with. So, reach out to me. I hope this message served you. Let me just see some of these comments, but then all of my people here are like waiting for me. They're just like, what is this crazy girl? She's out here in the front lawn talking to people. I'm channeling for you. I so felt that. You were talking, okay, yeah. I desire a chart reading from you. Okay. Send me a message. Let's chat about it. I love the way you riff with astrology. Yes, astrology is my jam. North Node is in Pisces. Oh my, I'm getting all of the chill bumps. North Node is in Pisces for you. So, yeah, that's beautiful. So, I don't want to say anything because I could, that would be like a reading. And so I'm just going to be mindful of like honoring that that space. But Pisces energy is very lit up right now and will be, like I said, like if that's your North Node, like at the end of the month, like I was saying, we're going to have the eclipses. So this is always like, it's a destiny portal for people. Right now, like I said, right now is a destiny portal. It's like you have a checkpoint, and then at the end of the month, things are going to really start to get churned up. So start doing your work now, like big time. Like get really into alignment and like ask your heart, like, what do I require? Not what do I need, but when you sit on the throne as a sovereign, like you're on the throne as a sovereign. I require, right? And command it, and then just open and hear, like, what is that? There's a lot that I can riff on with the following of the heart. I'm feeling this with going to Norway. Ooh, yeah. Do you feel like you have your ancestry there? Like, do you feel like you have Viking? I totally have that. Viking roots. Me too. The chills and the tears. The sun and the moon are so punk rock. Totally. Stay true was a message I got from my great gran. I feel that. Woo! I'm getting all of the chill bumps on that, whatever that means for you right now in the moment. Ooh, the Snape story, oh my God, tore my heart. Yeah, you know it, right? Oh my God. So I gotta tell you, like, just real quick. So it's this thing that my kids and I do. So whenever they're like, how long, like when we're traveling, you know, like I was on the phone with my son, like on the plane, like halfway through, and he's like, so how much longer do you have till you get there? And I'm like, 2 Harry Potter movies. Like, we use Harry Potter movies as like units of measurements of time. Like, they know that. I'm like, it's like 1 Harry Potter movie. Loving you and your fierce willingness. We can be fools together. Yes. Leah is super cool. I know, Leah is, oh my God, that's so funny. So when you just said Leah right now, you made me think of I have another girlfriend who has your birthday, October 5th, and her name is Leah. And she's just like, I mean, that's my bestie right there. So she like kind of chimed in right now energetically with that. Recommitting to music. Thank you for sharing your red gifts with us. We'll be in touch. That's why I'll be in touch. Probably with the Viking energy. There's interesting. All right, beautiful. Well, I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in and being with me. Send me a message if you've got questions, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone. If you're watching this on the replay, #replay, comment. I love to engage. I want to know what you're up to. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know what your takeaway was. Actually, that's what so many times, right? It's like, we have access to such magic and medicine, and this kind of really goes back to the beginning of this. You might want to watch this from the beginning if you feel called to, Natalie, because there was more that I was sharing. But anyhow, so many times, right? Like, I want you to tell me in the comments, what was your number one takeaway? Like, what was the one thing that really fucking like it touched your heart, like your takeaway, like boom, like this was my gift, this was my medicine that was gifted to me today. Let me know what that is for you in the comments. Mwah! I love you. Bye!